style, fake smile, watch a grin. We shoot first, the place while shot a grim. Ground plane, let us see proper rim. Black braid, another brain got a brick.
What is up, beautiful? Welcome back to my channel. I'm Social Life. You didn't fucking know. So today, welcome back, you guys. I'm so happy to be making another video for you guys. Happy belated love day. I kind of like low-key filmed a get ready with me yesterday. I'm not sure if I'm gonna post it or not, but you know, besides the point. Today we are going to be talking about what is a twin flame. You know, do you believe that you're on your twin flame journey, and what is the purpose of, you know, the twin flame journey? Okay, so let's get into it. So the first thing, guys, is that when you enter into your twin flame journey, like 10 times out of 10, you're not going to know that this person is your twin flame. You're just going to kind of have like a random meeting, you know. I haven't ever heard of any twin flame stories where, girl, I have never actually heard of any stories where, you know, like how your friends will set you up with someone that they think would be a good fit for you and stuff like that. I have never actually heard of any twin flame stories where, you know, the people were kind of set up by their friends or anything like that. Every twin flame journey that I've ever heard about or, you know, am knowledgeable about, it's always this like random by chance meeting, and you just kind of pretty much bump into each other. The thing that happens is that your soul actually recognizes this person from like the higher realms and dimensions, and you both know that, you know, you are this person's other half, so to speak. So pretty much kind of to describe it to you guys, of course. So yeah, pretty much, of course, when you get into a relationship, you want to make sure that you're a whole person, you're all healed and everything like that. I just want to kind of put that out there, right? But imagine a twin flame being like a peanut, okay? And this peanut was dropped down into Earth's atmosphere by God the Creator, okay? Let's not like fuck around, you know? God the Creator, okay, put this peanut, okay? You guys are like this, dropped you down at the same time. While you were dropping into Earth's atmosphere, the peanut happened to split apart. You might have ended up somewhere, and this person might be from a totally different country or something like that. So your twin flame is most likely not something that you're normally attracted to. Yeah, girls, something that you're not normally attracted to, probably of another different you know, ethnic background or race. You guys might not even speak the same language. You know, there are a lot of differences that come into play, you know, as far as like the physical aspect and, you know, the physical vessel of the twin flame. So even though you are one soul is what it is, okay? Split into two. One might also be born like, you know, 15 years before the next one. It's just kind of the way that it happens, okay? So your twin flame is your other half, okay? So with that being said, I want to bring into to light for you guys that we all as human beings have a shadow. We all have, as human beings, have a shadow side and a divine side, okay? So you know, shadow being kind of like living in your ego, low vibrational, you know, probably not very religious or spiritual, and most likely of the world, okay? And then your light side, you are, you know, trying your best to live in your divinity, you know, be of the light, spread love, and, you know, just kind of like be love, okay? So when you run into your twin flame, you might not even like fall in love with this person right off the bat. Most of the time, you're not gonna fall in love with this person right off the bat. So it takes years for you to even fall in love with this person, okay? So when you meet them, you might kind of date, you know, You might kind of go out on some dates and stuff like that. You might kind of like each other. You might even engage in like, you know, other activities. You guys know what I'm talking about. We're all adults here. But you know, which I don't really recommend having casual sex. I'm not recommending that at all, okay? You might kind of like engage in some other activities, like just as far as trying to get to know one another. But even though you like this person, there's something that fucking annoys you about this person. There's something that like irritates you about this person, but you know you kind of like him and you want to stick around the person, but there's gonna be something that's kind of off, and you're like, I like him, but you know, depending on, you know, your mental space and everything like that, you might kind of want to stay in the relationship, or you guys might like be back and forth for several years, a few years. Most of the times, twin flame journey takes, yeah girl, most of times twin flame journey takes years for you to even realize like this is someone that I seriously want to be with, okay? So that's pretty much what a twin flame is. You are, yes, a one soul that split into two, okay? That is really, you know, you guys are meant to reunite back. That is, you know, God the creator's purpose. Like, here you go, this is your person, drop two of you down, you know what I mean, find each other and have fun. You know, not professing that I know what God says, but that's pretty much the idea of how it works. Okay, so now that we know what a twin flame is, we're going to decipher the purpose of your twin flame union. So yeah, guys, the purpose of your twin flame union is, remember how I said we both have like shadow side? Remember how I said we both have like shadow side and, you know, divine side, or like shadow versus light? Is pretty much evil versus good. That's what everything is out in this world. It is evil versus good. Okay, so if you're living in your ego and, you know, vain, living in vanity and of the world and stuff like that, even though you like this other person that's, you know, living in her divinity and of love, and you know, you can switch genders, it doesn't have to be like gender specific at all, okay? So, you know, this other person, your other half that's living in their divinity and stuff like that, you are going to connect because you are already truly deeply in love, are already in love in another dimension. But let me see the light. I hope it's not washing me out too much, you guys. Let me see. That looks better. Okay. So thumbs up if you guys like my new hair color. I am in love with it. I kind of like did it for Valentine's Day, but yeah, trying something new, and I'm gonna be wearing like a lot more colors from now on. Anyways, I digress. But yeah, girl, so the purpose now of your twin flame journey is for you guys both to balance each other out. That is your purpose, for you to balance each other out, because you have light and dark, you have yin and yang, you have femme and masculine, you have ego versus divinity, you know, you have all these dualities that one person possesses the lower vibrational frequencies and the other person possesses the higher vibrational frequencies. So now you can kind of decipher, or, you know, see what I mean when I say you're meant to balance each other out, okay? So, you know, when you guys come together, I'm meant to, you know, not me personally, but one is meant to balance out that other one. We're meant to like merge into one where we both can be in touch with our other side. Makes sense. So say the one that's living in vanity and of the world and, you know, like really vain and maybe pompous even, and kind of an asshole, to be truthful, because this person is really of the world and living in their ego slash shadow side. Okay, they can be somewhat of a pompous asshole to you sometimes, okay? And yeah, girl, and the other person that's living in their complete divinity, of course you're going to be like of the light, you know, super loving and just always forgiving and stuff like that. But if we can really be honest about this, both of those extremities need balancing out. So both of those extremities need balancing out, okay? You cannot live in your ego self all the time. It will bring you to your destruction, okay? I mean, if you don't know this, like, I'm here to tell you, if you live in your ego side all the time, it will bring you to destruction, okay? It will bring you to maybe even death if you don't get out of your fucking ego. Like, take it from me, all right? As opposed to, you know, the other side, being super loving and caring and nurturing all the time. So yeah, being super caring and nurturing and loving is a wonderful thing. It's a beautiful thing. Like, we need more love in the world, but we do not need you to be a pushover, okay? Because there are some people that they just are super loving and kind and nice all the time, and they don't know how to fucking balance it out. And this can bring you to your death also, because you can get people walking over you to the point where, you know, you become suicidal or, you know, different things like that, you know, God forbid. But being super, you know, either extremity all the time is not a good thing, okay? Trust me. So you need to come together so that you can balance each other out and live in beautiful harmony. And, you know, I hope you guys are grasping what I'm saying, but yeah, you just need to kind of balance each other out, because you can imagine just living in either extremity all the time. And then when you come into, so yeah, girl, I opened the blinds, so. So anyways, yeah, girl, you can, I know, girls and guys, I know you guys both watch my channel, depend on, you know, where you're from. Guys, always comment below where you're from, because I just love to know where people are from. So go ahead and comment below, like, where you're from, and like if this video helped you at all, okay? So anyways, when you guys come together, it will be such a beautiful union, because you know, just imagine it. If you're super egotistical, you need someone to love on you, to kind of like break down those walls and, you know, help you, not help you heal your childhood trauma, because to help you come in more into your divine self, your more loving, you know, softer, feminine energy. And that doesn't have anything to do with male and female, you know, your gender. It has to do with the feminine spirit, okay, or versus the ego spirit, which is the masculine spirit, okay? So we all need to balance these things out, but the twin flame, you know, the purpose of the journey is to help each other balance out, not to help each other heal your childhood traumas, you know, and all that stuff. That's something that you need to do on your own before looking to get into union with anyone else, okay? You need to be in union with yourself before you want to unify with anyone else. I just want to make that clear. So, you know, you can just imagine this one that's the ego-based person can, you know, be with the loving person and be like, hey, that person was just an asshole to you. Don't be too loving. Did you not catch that? Yeah, he can kind of help you like navigate through life and catch maybe some of the things that you might not have caught on your own because you're too fucking loving, okay? There's a thing as being too fucking loving and too nice, okay? We don't want to be too nice out here because you will get walked over. Let me just give you guys a few tips. So the second thing is, you know, he can be a pompous asshole. He or she, okay, can be a pompous asshole. And maybe, you know, just you loving on them, not coming in to heal them, but just you loving on them can help them kind of like break down those walls of insecurities and like, you know, walls of blockages that they have built up over, you know, past years and stuff like that from probably, you know, probably being hurt. That's living their ego. They have been hurt a lot in life. So, you know, that's why you never really want to judge people and stuff like that, because you never know what people have really been through. So yeah, guys, in short, the purpose of the twin flame journey is to help one another balance out shadow and light, okay? Because we all have shadow and light inside of us. And we do need to balance that inside of us before getting into union with any other person, whether it be a twin flame journey or not. But, you know, it just can help us break down some of those walls and come into realization of the person that we really need to be and grow into, okay? So the last thing that I want to touch on for you guys is So anyways, the last thing that we're gonna touch on is how to come into union with your twin flame. Okay, which a lot of people they kind of want to know, because you know, you feel like you're on this journey with your twin flame and you love him or you love her and stuff like that, and you're just like, well, what the fuck is happening? Why are we even in separation? I know you love me and I love you, so what the fuck is the problem? The problem is when people don't get in touch with their feelings is the fucking problem, is the main gist of the problem. Okay, so again, we have, you know, the pompous asshole, okay, you know, living in his ego, vanity, worldly self, or her, okay, you know, is most of the time the one that leaves, because they're always about playing the game. I deserve to be chased and all this kind of nonsense. But even sometimes the one that is like the more loving, divine person is the one that runs away as well, because this person that is of the light and everything, you don't know what kind of trauma they've been through in their life that might make them feel like even unworthy of love. So you see what I mean? So we just need to kind of balance everything out within ourselves. If you don't balance things out in yourself, you are never going to come into union with your twin flame. Okay, you're never going to come into union. The best thing that I can do is tell you guys, you know, try to do like your inner shadow work on yourself. Even if you are the one that's divine and stuff like that, you have shadow work. Most of us have still unhealed childhood trauma and a lot of blockages that we put up, you know, walls that we put up to try to push people away with. Yeah, we unintentionally push people away without even knowing it, you know, just because of the subconscious walls and blockages that we have, not even thinking that you're like worthy of love. That might be why someone is egotistical. Or even, you know, the divine person might just have up walls and be like, you know, just have walls up. So the thing is, just being in touch with yourself is number one. Number two, okay, is letting go. Okay, the more you chase something, the less it comes towards you. So, you know, like law of attraction, right? You put it out, you know, into the universe, or you let God know. Okay, you let God know that, hey, this is something that I want. I love this person. But you can't be fucking sitting down pining over this person, because the more you pine over this person, the less God is going to send this person to you. Because if you guys are aware, Jehovah is a very jealous God. So, you know, the more that he sees you pining over someone, boo-hooing and crying, not running all over your pillow, he's like, well, you know, not that I profess to know what God is going to say, but, you know, he is the one that wants all of your love and attention. And seek ye first the kingdom of God, and all things shall follow. Okay, so, you know, seek God first, let him know, you know, this is the desire of my heart and stuff like that. But you can't be sitting down all day long, like waiting on someone. That's going to just prolong your separation period, to be honest with you. And let each other know how you feel. If you're in touch with your shadow side as well as your, you know, your divine side, and you have come into union within yourself, you should be in touch with your emotions. So yeah, you should be more in touch with your emotions and be able to express your emotions to someone as an adult, and say, hey, I think we have something here, you know, do you want to like work on this? Or, you know, but, you know, guard your heart too, because a lot of people, you know, they might come back, leave and come back a few different times. And that's why you never, you know, will come into union, because people will come back because, you know, they love your sex or they just love your energy. And that's another thing you have to be careful of too, because you don't want someone like going and coming and sucking your energy out, and then you feel drained all the time. That's why I don't recommend casual sex, you guys, okay? You just feel drained and used, because the person, most likely the person that's living in their ego, you know, could possibly do this to you. So yeah, that is my best advice to you guys, is you know, even, you know, just in your personal life, without even wanting to or desiring like to come into union with someone, you should try to, you know, balance your energies and and recognize that, you know, sometimes I can be a bitch, but that's okay. I can get pissed off and be, you know what I mean, and state my opinion, but that's okay. And you don't have to feel bad about that as long as you do it tactfully and respectfully. You know, don't just go around being a total jackass to people and think that, you know, good karma will follow you, because that's not the way it works either. Okay, so I just wanted to say that. And yeah, pretty much that's it, you guys. Oh wait, I do have one other thing to add. I just want to say this to you guys. There is a question also that, you know, has been raised. Can your Yeah, guys, there's a question out there also about can your twin flame become karmic? Okay, and this is a very serious ass question, because I just want to tell you guys the answer is yes. Okay, the answer is yes. Your twin flame can actually become karmic to you, and your twin flame can become karmic and be your demise. Okay. You remember when we a few minutes ago talked about the, you know, when you guys are in separation or back and forth for like a few years or several years, you know, sometimes people will go off and they'll date like other people. You know, this happens. Mostly it is from, well, I don't want to say that. Actually, mostly it is from the one that's living in their egotistical self, but it can also be from the one that's living in their divine self also. So let me tell you guys the possibilities of how your twin flame can be. So yeah, if your twin flame, the other side of your peanut, okay, goes off and dates someone else, and they're not in touch with their emotions, or too egotistical, or even too scared, okay, to say that they're in love with you, and, you know, let's work this out, and they go off and date someone else, this other person most of times this other person, they can go off and have like another relationship and be like in love with that person, but sometimes, okay, this other person is a karmic, because that's not the person that God intended for them to go be with, right? So they go off and be with this other person, and they can pay karma and bad juju and bad vibes and all that stuff from this other person, okay? And you know, the person that, you know, you may be also in a relationship too. You may have gone off in a relationship too. But, you know, when you guys come back together, you guys can have karma from outside relationships. Because sometimes when this person goes off and has another relationship, that person is not always a good person. And that other person may know about you, and there's a series of things that can happen, you guys. So, you know, you really have to be careful out here, like on the earth plane. Like, you super duper have to be careful around here. So the other person can be karmic, they can have bad juju, they can have bad karma attached to them, and we all know, or I don't know if you guys know or are aware of that, but there's not only sexually transmitted diseases, but there's such a thing called sexually transmitted demons, okay? Where, you know, if your person were to go off and like have, yeah, girl, your person can go off and have sex with a karmic, and then you and catch the sexually transmitted fucking demon, okay? So you have to be careful about these types of things. There's such things as spiritual baths, you know, egg cleansing, and different types of things, which I will talk to you guys about in like other videos. But, you know, you have to be careful about picking up on bad karma that they've picked up from somebody else, okay? Even though you love this person, you have to be careful when they step away from you and then come back, you know, multiple times or whatever. You really have to be careful, not only on the 3D earth plane about STDs, sexually transmitted diseases, but STDs, sexually transmitted demons, okay? So yeah, yes, the answer is yes. Your twin flame can become karmic. There's other, so yeah, there's also other instances where your person, you know, most of times the egotistical one, but, you know, sometimes divine people can excuse me, fall into their shadow side as well. So I'm not only gonna put the blame on, like, you know, the egotistical one, but because we all as humans make mistakes, right? Yeah. So even the divine one can go off and be like, you know, I miss them. Why are they not coming back? You can go fucking get bad karma, because some people go and they do spell work and stuff like that. Or even the karmic that he went off onto, the bitch could be doing spell work. You know what I mean? And you just have to be careful and like protect yourself, stay prayed up and stuff like that, because people are really jealous of the connection that you guys have between one another. Like, it's a fire. Because yeah, girl, it is a fiery, magical, like sparky ass fucking correct connection. You know, like you know what I mean? To describe it like that, it's very like wild. It's very, ¿cómo se dice eso? I don't know how to like describe it, but like, you know what I mean? It's very electrical. It's very electrical connection. You guys have like the best, you know, interactions and stuff like that. You know, there's a spark, there's chemistry, there's just a natural connection. You just know, you know what I mean, that this is your person. But you know, there are other things that come into play that will, you know, keep you in separation for a long time, or that can cause your twin flame to become karmic to you. You know, again, most of the time it is because people go off into their ego side, okay? And it can happen from like either party. It can happen from, you know, the shadow person, or it can happen from the divine person. You can go off and become karmic, you know. The key thing that I didn't mention to you guys, how to come into your twin flame union, is the best thing for you to have is patience. The best thing for you to have is patience. And you know, you just have patience on God, and patience and trust in God and divine timing. Okay, you have to. There's a lot of lessons that the twin flame journey will teach you, like humility, self-love, because at some point, you know, sometimes they're gone for like 3, 5, 7 years and you don't fucking see them, and then they come back and you're like, I miss you or whatever, you know what I mean? And you're just like, you just want to be together, but then you separate again. But so yeah, it's because God, the creator, realizes that you haven't learned all of your lessons. Okay, so my best advice to you is start doing your shadow work. You know, you will learn a lot of lessons like humility, you know, how to heal childhood wounds, you know, self-love, love for God, because God always wants us to put him first. He doesn't want us to be loving anyone more than we love him. Not ourselves, not no one. You understand? So I think I've pretty much covered everything. You know, in short, you know, that is the answer, that yes, your twin flame can become karmic to you. There are a lot of scenarios where it can happen. Sometimes people just go off and they feel like, well, why the fuck are you not chasing me? I'm worth the chase, right? You know, this can be egotistical, male or female, but you know, why are you just not being in touch with your own feelings and just telling me that you fucking care about me? You know what I mean? Just tell the other person. Just be open with your feelings, guys. That's another thing that I want to just say, is be open with your feelings and just put yourself out there and tell that person how you feel, okay? If you get shut down, at least you know you made the effort. It fucking can hurt, you know what I mean? It can hurt if you tell someone you love them and they don't love you back. But what if you don't tell them? Will you just fucking sit in years of silence and never have anybody because you're in love with this one person and, you know, you guys didn't make it? But, you know, be in touch with your feelings and say how you feel. Do your inner shadow work, and I think you should be fine. Another thing that I would like to also add, you guys know I love the Most High God. I'm always going to like talk to him about you guys. Put God first. Okay, when God sees that you put him first, he will bring you, you know, he will bring you someone. Okay, you know, that's where like soulmates and things come into play, where I will you know, talk about that in another video. But I think I pretty much covered everything. So I'm gonna say bye for next time. See you guys in my next video. Go ahead and remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time, okay? Be blessed. See you next time. Bye.